Marvelous in the Black Hole stars Miya Cech as a teenage delinquent who teams up with a surly children's party magician to navigate her dysfunctional family and inner demons. This is directed by Katie Sang, and it had a limited theatrical release and VOD release in late April. It's a coming-of-age movie with a sweet tone that might feel reminiscent of every cliche associated with your average quirky indie comedy. But it's also a film that wears its heart on its sleeve and doesn't hide the fact that it's looking to just make you smile. And while it doesn't quite reach any sort of profound levels of emotion, there's a sincerity to it that allows it to succeed at least on some level. It's another one of those films about finding your niche and forming unexpected bonds with those you wouldn't think to be around, with the primary relationship driving the film being Miya Cech's Sammy and the children's magician Margot, played by Rhea Perlman. While Sammy's rebellious nature and crass behavior can sometimes make her a bit much, Miya Cech can be quite amusing in the lead role, and she does make the movie quite a bit of fun with her sharp wit and lively energy. However, the real pleasant standout is Rhea Perlman, who we don't exactly see all that often in major film and TV projects these days, but she was also a good bit of fun and offered a sense of warmth acting as this mentor figure to the misguided Sammy, and her performance might just be the strongest element about this. But of course, along the way, as they get closer, Sammy continues to feel disconnected even more from her own family, with her dad in particular not completely understanding her despite his best intentions, and it leads to some conflict there, especially as they're still moving on from the death of Sammy's mother. It's all told in a way that we've seen plenty of times before, but despite its familiarity, Marvelous in the Black Hole tries owning it as best as it can, and it manages to be a good enough time. It's a film that knows exactly what it is and goes with it, and for that I respect it greatly. The biggest thing working against the film though is just how it never quite reaches the peak emotional impact that it was looking to achieve. Despite the sincerity of the cast, several moments where it tries leaning into its more emotional side, especially in a somewhat abrupt third act plot point, it can feel a little corny and a little rushed, and I think that results from the fact that it clocks in at a mere 80 minutes with credits, and it felt like it could have used at least 10 more minutes to flesh a few things out and give just a bit more depth to some of the characters. The film puts itself in an odd position where it looks to explore complex topics such as grief, yet it portrays such topics in a bit of an oversimplified way, which can sometimes happen with films centered around a younger protagonist. Not all the time, but it does tend to happen with certain films, and unfortunately, this is one of them. Again, I think if the film just added even 10 more minutes to its runtime, that probably would have solved that issue easily. But despite all that, Marvelous in the Black Hole is still a nice little coming-of-age film that will be sure to delight those who check it out. While it's not exactly ambitious and it can feel overly familiar, which does ultimately hold it back a bit, there's still a charm and sincerity to it, especially due to some great lead performance. And despite its faults, it's bound to put a smile on your face, and sometimes that's all you need. Marvelous in the Black Hole gets a 6.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see Marvelous in the Black Hole, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you find this sweet, and what's a good coming-of-age movie that you've seen? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.